Hi, Meir Ezra here, and today I want to talk to you about willingness. Well, probably the most important factor in life is willingness. It is your willingness that defines everything around you. When you are willing, things become easy, and when you are unwilling, things become difficult or impossible. You can say that the size of the obstacle is defined by the reverse ratio of the willingness. So the bigger the willingness, the smaller the obstacle. Now, many people think that they get forced to be willing, but willingness cannot be forced on someone else. It's like an oxymoron. You cannot be forced to be willing, because when you are willing, no one have to ask you. You want. And people think that they can do things or they cannot do things, or the physical universe is powerful, or there is things that they cannot overcome. It is all 100% handled by your willingness. For example, you are tired, you really don't have any energy, but you have work to do, but you're not going to do it. You're going to sleep. You are tired. And then someone come to you and says, look, if you don't do this job, something really bad will happen. Now, he's not forcing you to do the job, because this something bad would have happened in any case. But you change your mind, and now you are willing, because the only thing you have with you, the only thing the other person have, is his willingness. If you are not willing, you'll have endless problems. You will find endless justifications and stories and excuses. You will see that the number of excuses to no results, to problems, the number of excuses is proportional to the reverse ratio of the willingness, or as you will have as many excuses as you are unwilling. The moment that you are willing, you cannot operate on false whys. You cannot have wrong reasons for problems when you are willing, because willingness handle totally wrong whys, wrong reason for problems. If you are willing, you will see that you will always have the correct handling. If your handling is not correct, if you did not get the expected results, the only reason is you are unwilling. You'll see that if you are dealing with a person that is not willing, he will invent reasons for situations. So, for example, I've been in this place and there was a bad smell in the place, and the person that was evaluating was totally unwilling, and that person started to invent reasons. So the first reason was A, and then it was obviously not A, so they invented B, and then it was not B, and they invented 3. But they, just because they were unwilling, they couldn't find the real reason. And they were unwilling. What does it mean, unwilling? For them, everything is a stop. They need to stop things. They first of all have to say no, and then they invent a reason for the no. How do you know when a person is unwilling? His immediate reaction is no, I don't want to do things. I don't want to do that. Why me? It's difficult. And now this no can be in many ways. All of a sudden you'll see that when a person is unwilling, he's also acting stupidly. He will come to you and you'll tell him, this is actually something that happened to me. I told to a person, look, all you have to do is to become more willing. And he came to me and he said, well, you're forcing me to be willing. No, I cannot force you to be willing. Willingness is a personal thing. You either decide that you are willing or not. It's no one can force you to be willing. You look at the overall situation and you are either willing or not. If you do something because someone forced you, you do it against your willingness, and you will find the wrong whys, and so you will do it incorrectly. anything that you do against your willingness, you will do incorrectly. This is really fascinating. If you can handle your unwillingness, and if you can explain to other people around you that all they have to do to improve relationships, all they have to do to improve income, all they have to do to have a better life is to become a little bit more willing. At that moment, you become more clever. At that moment, you become more able. At that moment, you bring more result. It's all have to do with your willingness. And how do you know that the person is not willing? He has excuses. He invent wrong reasons for problems. And the sad things is the more unwilling you are, the more stupid you become. So you don't even see that you are unwilling. You don't even see that you have the wrong reason for problems. So if you can help a person to see that he needs to become willing, you actually saved his life. Meir Ezra from heaven, totally willing to have any comments. Bye-bye.